Okay, we will get started, Marietta. And we're starting with our practice work, and it was matching. And I think you had the first three correct, right, Marietta? I sent you back results.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking at, let's look at. Okay, so you have these letters with some answers to what's on the left. So the first one we did. So 5n equal 25. Now this matching is to test you on whether you know the exponent rules that I gave you, right? Now this one says 5 to the nth power is equal to 25. So what does n have to be for this to be 25, Marietta?
She muted again.
Marietta, I'm asking you a question. What does n have to be in order for 5 to the nth power equal 25?
5.
No, what does n? What must be the value of the power when you say 5 to the n power equal 25? What must be the value of n?
What must be the value?
Yes.
Oh my God, that one I don't even remember.
Now, power represents the number of times you multiply the base, right? The base is 5. The power is n. Now, 5 must be multiplied by what to give you 25?
5. That's what I
right.
tell you. I had only 5. You tell me the
It's
thing.
5. But I ask you, what does n have to be?
Have to do it. Okay.
So if you multiply them by 5, n must be equal to what? No. What must the power be? What must n be?
Oh, so, 2 people came in.
Marietta, just please pay attention.
Okay. Okay.
What must be the value of n?
You just said it a little while ago and I didn't catch it.
Marietta?
Yeah.
What must be the value of n?
The value of n.
Yes. 5.
Uh,
And we'll
Time.
say to the n power. Let me just put here n. And we say that's equal to 25. Okay.
5 times 5 is 25.
That's right. So that's 25. So n must be equal to 2. That's 5 times 5, right? So so this must be, for this to be 25, 5 to the n have to be 5 to the second power. So let's just copy this. Okay. So this n then must be, hello, Mercedes. This must be a 2, right?
Yes.
And 5 to the second power means 5 by itself twice, right? So this is 5 times 5, and that's equal to 25. So when we look over here at A, B, C, D, and let's go down here, A, B, C, D, okay, E, F, G, H, I, and there's J, N is equal to 2. So that's why the answer when we match is J, because N is equal to 2. All right, and I put that one in there for you. So when n is 2, 5 to the second power is equal to 25.
Yeah.
So do you understand number 1?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think you, Maureen, and Mercedes had that one correct. All right. Now let's go to number 2. 17 raised to the n power is equal to 1. Now, Marietta, what must n be equal to in order to get 1? What must be this power value?
Um,
17 to what number gives you 1?
17.
What must be the value of n such that 17 to the n power equal to 1?
I did it, I did it and I
You
can't
did it.
remember.
That's right. You
Yeah,
did
I
it. But
did it. I can't remember how I
Can I
did
give
it,
you the
but
answer?
no, 17 to the n power. Let's put here n. Okay. And we said that's equal to 1. So I'm writing what's in the table. Equal to 1. Okay. Mercedes, in order to get 1, what must n be equal to?
0.
Yeah, any number to the 0 power is equal to 1. Any number variable, Marietta.
Mm-hmm.
So that means n must be equal to 0. Now, where do you see n equal to 0? What letter, Marietta?
A.
Which one?
A.
A, that's right. A says n equals 0. So that means you put A for this one, right? For number 2, 17 to the n power, n is 0. 17 to the 0 power is equal to 1. So this would be, let me just copy this. All right. Put it here. And for the n, we'll put the 0. Okay, so for the n, we put the 0. Let's
I'll be
just,
right back, okay? I'm going to check something before it burn my food.
okay. 17 to the 0 power is equal to 1. So for number 2, the answer is A. Okay, Mercedes, you had that one right. Maureen had that one correct. Okay. Now we'll go to number 3. What kind of operation is number 3, Mercedes? What operation is this? What
Well,
mathematical? When I say operation, we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Which
uh,
operation does number 3 represent?
addition. Addition.
What is this symbol right here? Does that
What
look
do you
like a
mean?
plus?
Where are you? Yeah. No,
Right
that's
here.
the multiplication
That's
sign.
multiplication.
Sign.
Multiplication is that symbol, or it could be a X, it could be a asterisk.
Oh, I thought you referred to the answer.
No, I wasn't asking you to answer. I said what
Okay.
mathematical operation.
Sorry, I
And
wasn't
then
looking straight at it.
okay, and then I said your operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Then I ask you what operation is represented in number 3.
Yes.
And you said what?
It's multiplication.
Multiplication, right. This is says n to the second power times n to the second power.
Or
Now, Mercedes, what's the rule when you multiplying exponents?
when you the rules when you multiply an exponent is to add the exponent.
That's right. Add the exponents. So n to the second times n to the second gives you what?
Is equal to n to the fourth power.
That's right. 2 plus 2 is 4. So let's look where does n to the fourth appear? Let's look here.
It's,
So
it's
which letter has n to the fourth, Mercedes?
H.
H. There it is, right there. H
Yes.
has n to the fourth. So you added those powers. 2 plus 2, it got n to the fourth. Then you put the answer there, H.
Yes.
All right. So
Miss,
you
can
see
you?
how this is testing your
Yes.
knowledge of the rules of the
That's what I
exponent.
realized. I realized that.
Yes, you realize you had multiplication and you must add the powers. All right. So,
Can you write them out same way, Miss, on the other side too?
okay.
Like it's just like we did number 1 and 2.
Okay. Let me just put, okay. Let me just copy this so and put it over there. Okay. So into the second time into the second, and that's multiplication, and that means you add the powers. So that would be equal to, the base is n, the powers are what? 2. So that would be 2
Plus 2.
plus 2, and that's how
Equal.
you get into the fourth. So that would be equal to n to the fourth power. Let's put our 4 there in the power. And we looked in our table and found it into the fourth was h. Let's go back there again. There's
Yes.
h into the fourth. Question.
No, Miss. Thank you.
All right. So you've gone through actually 3 of your rules. You've gone to a base to a power, right? And
Yeah.
you put in the value of the power and do the multiplication. 5 times 5, you got 25. Number 2 says a number to the nth power is 1. We know our rule of zeros. Any variable or number to the 0 power is 1. Okay. And then the third one is a multiplication. You add the powers. Maureen, can you hear me?
Yeah, but he can't see nothing.
You still can't see.
Mm-mm.
Even when you try to scroll over on your screen, you don't
I,
see.
I could see, but yeah, I could see, but it's screen. It's like it's stuck. I could open it up, but it's not moving up. No, I don't. If it moves sideways, it
Oh,
don't.
it's like frozen. Okay. All right. So let's go to number 4. Now, Maureen, you understand the rule for multiplication of exponents?
Yeah,
So what do you do when you're multiplying powers,
yeah,
exponents?
add.
You add. Very good. So we added it. We had into the second times into the second is into the second plus 2, 2 plus 2, and we got into the fourth, and we looked at our table. H was into the fourth.
Oh, H, but it had G.
Okay, and you said you had G. Why
I
did you
had,
put G,
I
Maureen?
had, I had A, J, A, H, G, E, F, C.
No, I know you had J, A. You had those correct. But number 3, you said you had what for number 3?
H.
Okay, you had H. That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now, and then before it had G, which was N4 minus 3, N3 plus 2, N2.
Now,
That
number
was
4 is a substitution.
uh,
That means, let's just copy this. Number 4 is a substitution. So let's just copy this. Putting it over on the other side. Okay. That a little smaller. So I want it really on the other side. Okay. Well, it'll actually move to the other side, but that's okay. Can you see this? Should I make it bigger?
I could
Yes.
see it.
Bigger.
Okay, well, let me make it bigger.
Please.
I want to
Thank
make sure you can see it. Okay. So we really at the top of our table. All right. Now,
you.
what do you mean when we say substitution, Mercedes? What do you do when we substitute?
Uh, for example, are you hearing me?
Yes, I hear
Okay.
you.
For example, say, uh, um, you have to put a number where the letter is the variable
That's
is.
right. Wherever you see an N, you want to put a -3. Right.
Okay.
So this is 3N. Let's go back down here. 3N to the second power minus 2N when N is a -3. So wherever you see an N, you want to put a -3. So let's go back up here. Take this expression. And wherever you see an N, you want to put a -3. So that N, let's just put it in parentheses. So that becomes a -3. Okay, let's take out the N. And then we have N here again, and there again, we have a -3. -3.
So let me see something, Miss.
Okay.
You know, say the -3 slipped me. I didn't write it when I'm trying to do it. Oh my God! So I just realized what happened.
Oh, you didn't substitute the -3?
No, I didn't. I didn't even realize that when you say -3, and I realized that I missed a piece of it. Can you just throw a little? Let me just see the thing in the box.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Let's go down here. Number 4.
um, yeah.
3N to the second power minus 2N when
Oh,
N equal -3.
I read that for the card and I leave out the -3. But I didn't get it. Can't be right.
But then when I
Okay.
asked you, you answered correctly. You just didn't do what you told me.
I, I look at it, but then I guess maybe guess the answer, but then that's number two. We
It's
should have
number
number.
4. This is called substitution of the variable. All
Okay.
right.
Yes.
This is what this is called. Let me put it here. Okay. Substitution of the variable. Okay, so that's what we did. Substitution of the variable. The variable here is N. So wherever
Okay.
you see that variable, you want to put a -3. So this becomes 3 times -3 to the second power minus 2 times a -3. Now, Mercedes, what is that equal to? What's -3 to the second power?
That will be 27.
No, no, you're
Oh,
not
okay.
listening. What
I'm not
is -3 to the second power? What is that equal to?
-3 to the second power.
That means
Yeah.
-3 times -3. -3 by itself 2 times, right?
Okay.
What is
Okay.
-3 times a -3?
9.
It's a 9. It's plus because it's like signs, right? So
Yes.
that's a 9. Okay. Now, what's a -2 times a -3, Mercedes?
Say it again. Minus
-2 times a -3.
minus 2 times the -2. That's 4.
2 times 3?
Ultra 6 -6 or plus 6.
Minus times minus give plus. Remember your sign rules,
Oh yes.
right?
This is garbage.
Give you a
Yes,
plus.
plus 6. That's why I say R
Like
plus.
signs multiply to give you a plus, just like a -3 times a -3 gives you a +9. So what's that equal to, Mercedes? What's 3 times 9?
27.
27. Very good. And we add the 6. And what's that equal to, Mercedes? Mercedes, what's
Yes.
27 plus
Okay.
6?
That is 30. 33.
33, right. Not the math. Now, where do you see 33?
Oh boy, I could more than get
Let's
this
look at
one.
our
I,
table.
I.
Okay, let's look at our table. There's your 33. Right there.
Hmm, I could spell.
Letter I. Go back up here. That was number 4. And we put the letter I. Got it?
Okay, so let me get it clear, Miss. Wherever I see wherever put it back, let me see. Okay.
Okay. Substitution of
Okay.
the variable.
Okay.
When you
So
given a number, you substitute that number wherever you see the variable. So wherever you see an n in this expression, you put a -3. You got it?
okay.
So n replaced by -3, n right here replaced by
Yes.
-3. Then you do the
Okay.
math.
Okay. So I remove all the n and put -3.
Yes, wherever you see that variable n, you put the -3. And the variable can be anything from A to Z. It's just that here's an N, right? And then you do the math.
Okay.
Multiplication, -3 times -3 is 9. There's our 9. -2 times -3 is a +6. 3 times 9 is 27. And 27 and 6 is 33. So when you look in your table, where does that 33 appear? At I. There we go, right there.
Thank you.
Okay, so then you put, for number 4, you put I.
I.
Questions?
No, thank you, Miss.
All right, now let's look at number 5. I'll put that, let me just copy. This is -4n to the second plus 3n raised to the second. So let's just take this. All right, and I'll put it here that this is number 5. Okay. Now, -4n to the second plus 3n to the second. Now, we don't have an operation we are doing on -4n to the second. So you know that, let's go down here in the table. Okay. Okay, so we've got -4n to the second plus 3n to the second.
Ouch.
Okay, now let's go down here to, now 3n to the second is what, Mercedes?
3n second would be um plus 8 to the second power.
No, no. Okay, this is, let me just copy that. Okay, now -4n to the second remains as it is. Now
Oh,
remember, when you are raising the 3n to the second power, you've got to take the second, you've got to do the second power of the 3 and the second power of the n. So what would
oh,
this be? 3 times 3 is what?
3 times 3 is 9.
Okay, so then this becomes, let's take this out. This becomes 9. And into the second is just into the
Into the
second, right?
second.
So
Yeah.
let's just take that out. Now, when you add a plus into the second and a -4 into the second, Mercedes, what do you get?
Oh, we're gonna get 5 into the second
That's
power.
it, because you subtract, because there was a negative and a plus. So the 4 from the 9 is a 5, and the plus, the 9 is the biggest, so it will be a plus. So let me just copy that and put the 5. Okay.
Can't believe I couldn't get this one, and it was a
Okay,
simple.
so this would be 5 into the second. Now, when you look in your table, where do you see that 5 into the second? Let's look. A, B, C, D, E. There we go, right there.
Did I get it right? No.
E. 5 into the second. Let me see if you had that one correct.
No.
Number 5.
I put
No,
E.
you
I
had
put,
K. You
yeah,
had K.
yeah.
Maureen had it correct. Maureen had the E. And Marietta didn't do that one. Okay.
I think I put the E at the wrong because I was looking at it. Says I think I have it's wrong. I just feel it.
Okay. So 5 into the second, like I say, when you look here, 5 into the second is E, right? So number 5 is E.
Yes.
There's your answer. Questions? Number 5.
No, miss. Thank you.
Okay, there you had to raise a variable with a coefficient to a power, and then you had to use your rules of signs to add the plus and the minus.
I was little mixed up with finding the rules to do this one and mixing up with something else. That's what happened.
What happened, Mercedes?
I was mixing up it with the rules of exponent with something else. I mix up that part here.
Okay. Now, Maureen, do you have anybody talking there? Is I hear
Okay.
talking? Maureen,
Yeah.
is anybody? Okay, so you got to go mute.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody's talking. We can hear them. Okay. Any questions on number 5? Mercedes, you clear on number 5?
Yes, thank you. I understand it now.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right, let's go to number 6. And let me copy number 6. Okay, let's copy number 6. Okay, this was 5. I'll put this here. This was number 5. Okay, let's copy number 6, the next one. This is 6. Make that bigger. Okay, this is number 6. Let's just make that bigger. Okay, now here you see 2 into the second plus 3 into the third minus 4 into the second. Now you'll combine the like terms. Like terms will have what? The same base and the same power. So you see 2 into the second can be combined with minus 4 into the second, but there's no other into the third, so this just remain the way it is. So let's
Okay.
just copy the 3 into the third and put it here. Okay. Now, Mercedes, what's a minus 4 into the second and a plus 2 into the second. What is that equal to?
That is equal. You said minus.
Here we go. 2 into the second, right here. This is a
Yeah.
plus.
Yes.
And a minus 4 into the second. What is that equal to?
That would equal to minus 2 to the n second.
Minus 2 into the second. So let's just copy this and change it to the coefficient of a 2. Okay. Okay, so this will be minus 2, just what Mercedes said, because it's a plus and a minus, so you subtract, right?
Yes.
Subtract the coefficients. 2 from 4 is a 2, but the 4 is the bigger and that has a negative sign. So it would be a negative, or you see you have more negative than positive, so that would give you a negative. Now, 3 into the third minus 2 into the second. Where does that fall in the table?
3 n to the second to the n.
3 into the third minus 2 into the second. Which letter has that expression?
Can you scroll, please, miss?
Okay. You see it?
Numbers.
May not be in the same order, but it's the same expression. 3 into the third minus 2 into the second. Which letter is that, Mercedes?
I can't see the yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Minus.
Which one is that?
That I still not seen the answer sheet, the answers. Okay, now I'm seeing it a
You
little
see
better.
them now? You see
I
F,
think
G,
that
H,
is,
I, D.
yes, I think that is letter F.
Letter F, minus 2 into the second plus 3 into the third. Except we put the 3 into the third first, but it's the same thing, right?
Yes, yes.
Minus 2 into the second. So that would be answer F. So that's number 6, and the answer would be F. So let's put our F there. Any questions on number 6?
No, thank you, miss.
Marietta, you back?
It's
not there. Okay. Maureen, can you hear us?
I'm back.
Okay. Maureen, can you hear us?
She mute.
Yeah, but no, but that doesn't mean she can't hear us. It means we can't hear her. Maureen? Okay. Let's go to number 7. Into the third minus 2 into the second multiplied by n plus 1. So let's just take this number 7 and I want you to multiply. Okay, so let me put this here. Okay. And I'll put this down here. Okay. Okay, so let me just copy that and then I want you to multiply it. Okay. Okay, so you have n to the third minus 2 into the second times the expression n plus 1. So Marietta, when you multiply this, now into the third stays just the way it is, right? Okay, Marietta, what's 2 into the second times n?
Which one you talking about? 2
2 into the second times n. Now, if you don't see a power, it means it's a 1, right? So 2 into the second multiplied by n. Now, that's a multiplication. You add the powers. So what would that be equal to?
2.
Okay, let me just do this. This will be, I'll just copy what I want you to do. Okay. So I want you to multiply. Okay, this is, let me put the sign there because you need to carry this sign with it. Okay. Now, 2 into the second times n. So this would be times n. And it also would be, okay. I'm breaking it up so you can multiply it. Okay. Now I want you to take the same minus 2 into the second and multiply it by 1. So, okay. So this is, okay. So this is plus by 2 into the second times n plus minus 2 into the second times 1. Okay, so this is a plus minus. So let me just do this like this. Okay. And this is multiplied by 1. So let's just put, okay. I'll put the 1 here. Okay. And then I'll just put another parenthesis. All right. Now, 2 into the second times n. What is that equal to? Marietta. 2 into the second times n. Now, when you don't see a power, it's a 1, right? So let me just put a 1 there for you. Minus 2 into the second times n to the 1. What is that equal to, Melcady? I'm sorry, Marietta.
2 times 2 times, let me see.
There's the coefficient, minus 2. There's a coefficient 1. What's minus 2 times 1?
2 times 2 times 1.
No, minus 2 times the number 1. What does that give you?
Minus 2 times, I did 2 times 2 times 2 is 8.
No. I'm talking coefficients now. That's the number in front of the variable. What's a minus 2 times a 1? There's a 1 in front of the end of the 1. That's the default. So what's a minus 2
It's a
times
3.
1?
3.
No. Multiplication, Marietta. What's 2 times 1?
2 times 1 is 2.
Okay. What's a minus 2 times 1?
Minus 2 times 1 is 1.
No.
2 times
Multiplication.
2 times
2 times 1 is what?
is 2.
That's correct. Now, what's a minus 2 times a plus 1?
Minus 2 times 1 is 0.
No. You multiplying.
I multiply and plus I subtract.
No. You're multiplying. And when you're multiplying, unlike signs give you negative and like signs give you positive. In other words, let me just put it here. Minus. Okay. Minus. Okay. Plus. Gives you negative. All right. Minus times plus gives you negative. But if you have plus times plus, you get plus. A minus times minus will give you plus. So you have a minus 2 times a plus 1. And what would that give you, Marietta? Minus 2 times a plus 1.
Minus 2 times.
Okay. Minus 2 times plus 1.
Wait a minute. Minus 2 plus.
Get bigger. What is that equal to? What's a minus 2 times a plus 1?
My answer, I getting the wrong thing. You're giving me 0.
Minus 2 multiplied by plus 1, Marietta, gives you
Oh,
what?
plus 1. Okay,
Yes.
sorry. Sorry about that. Minus 2
Multiplied by plus 1. What do you get?
Wait a minute. Multiply. I getting angry now because I getting plus 1.
Well,
It's a 1.
no. Marietta. 2 times 1 is what, Marietta?
2 times 2 times 2 times 1 is it's 2.
It's 2. That's right. So a minus 2 times 1 is also 2, but what would be the sign?
It's a it's
It's still
it's
a 2, but what would be the sign on the 2?
it's multiply.
That's correct. So a minus 2 times plus 1 is also a 2, but what would be the sign on the 2?
The power.
Marietta, what would be the sign? Plus or minus?
Plus a minus.
Which one?
2.
Yeah, but what's the sign? Plus or minus 2?
Minus 2.
That's it. Very good. Minus 2. Because a minus times a plus is a minus. So this minus 2 times the 1 will give you a minus 2. Right? Now, add the powers. When you add the 2 and the 1, what do you get for the power?
It's 3.
That's right. Very good. So this will
But I've
be
been telling you it's D. You didn't think.
no, I didn't ask you that.
Oh.
Did I? I want you to go through multiplying this. Okay. So this will be minus 2. Let me just put this here. Okay.
I got to elevate the foot in a few minutes.
Okay.
Every time I put it to lay down, it thing in my foot.
Okay. So this would be a minus. Just put that there. And this would be 2 plus 1. And you just told me 3, right? Okay, so you took care of a minus 2n to the second times n. That gave you minus 2n to the third. Now, what's a minus 2n to the second times 1? Now we're multiplying the same expression by a 1. What's a minus 2n to the second times 1? Marietta. Minus 2n to the second times the number 1. What would that give me? What would we get?
Minus 2 into 1.
Minus 2n to the second times the number 1. What's the answer?
Wait a minute. Let me get up. Let me elevate my foot for a minute.
Marietta, you gave me the answer?
Wait a minute. I'm thinking. Wait a minute.
Minus 2n to the second times the number 1. What is that equal to?
Minus 2 into 1 is 2.
Minus 2n to the second.
Oh,
Can't
into
throw
second.
away the variable. You can't throw away the power. If you multiply minus 2 into the second times the number 1, what do you get, Marietta?
1.
No. What's 2 times 1?
2 times 1 is 2.
What's 2n times 1?
2 into 1.
2n multiplied by 1 gives you what?
Multiply 2 by wait a minute.
2n times the number 1.
It's 2.
But what happened to the variable n?
Oh, the n. Oh, sorry.
Well, no, Marietta. Anytime you multiply expression by 1, you just get back that same expression.
How did you get it? The same expression.
Well, okay. 6 times 1 is what?
6 times 1 is 6.
Okay. 6n times 1 is what?
It's not the same 6.
No. 6 times 1 is 6. 6n times 1 is 6n. 6x times 1 is 6x. You get the same expression.
I have to put that in.
Well,
Right.
wait. Okay. Let me just, I think I've got to put it here. Okay. 2 times 1 equal what, Marietta?
Huh?
What's 2 times 1?
It's 2.
It's 2, right? Okay. Minus 2 times 1 equal what?
Minus 2.
Marietta? Minus 2 times 1
Minus 2 times 1.
is what? What's minus 2 times 1? Marietta?
Yes, I'm coming. I was elevating my foot.
Minus 2 times 1.
It's 2.
Plus or minus?
Oh, good.
Plus or minus, Marietta?
Hmm?
Minus 2 times 1.
It's a minus.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Minus.
Okay, so minus 2. All right. Now, minus 2n times 1. What is that equal to? What is that equal to, Marietta?
2n.
Plus or minus?
Plus a minus.
Plus or minus?
Oh, minus n.
Minus, say the whole thing.
Minus 2n.
Minus 2n. Now, the point I'm trying to get you to see is that whenever you multiply a number by 1 or an expression with a variable by 1, you get back the same thing.
But let me ask you a question, Mr. Babs.
I can't hear you.
I elevated my foot. If you don't say n, it's still not.
I can't hear you, Marietta. You need to get to your mic.
I said, if you said that you have to still say that n. If you don't say that n,
You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
okay. I said, you could hear me? You could hear me?
Go ahead.
I said, if you said a correct answer, do you have to, if and you don't put that N, it's still not correct. Right?
No, you can't drop the variable. See, look, anytime you multiply by
I heard
1, you
you.
get back the same. So
I
2
heard you.
times
I
1,
heard
you
you.
still get a 2.
I know. I heard you.
Minus 2 times 1, minus 2. Minus 2n times 1, minus 2n.
I know.
So when you multiply by 1, you don't change the value of your original expression. It stays the same. That's the point of why I went through this with you. When you multiply by 1, you don't change the value with the multiplication. All right? Now, back up here, 2n to the second time 1 is what? This is a minus 2n to the second time 1. What is that equal to?
What you say?
Minus 2n to the second time 1. What would be the answer here? Minus 2n to the second time 1. What's the answer?
Minus 2
2n to the second times the number 1.
is 2n.
No, it's minus 2n to the second. This would be it right here. You can't throw away your powers. You're throwing away your powers. Remember, I just said when you multiply by 1, you get the same expression. So n to the third minus 2n to the second time n plus 1 in parentheses gives you, let's just put the n to the third here. It goes in front of this, n to the third. Okay, so n to the third minus 2n to the third minus 2n to the second. That's the answer you get when you do the multiplication. Okay, so that's the answer. Now, look in your table. What matches n to the third minus 2n to the third minus 2n to the second? Which letter matches that? Look at your table.
G.
G?
Let me see. I can't see. Wait a minute. I'm laying down. That's why I can't see.
Okay, we're at number 6.
Oh, number F. F.
No, I'm sorry, number 7.
You're number 7.
Number 7, right. So which answer matches number 7?
F. F.
Which one?
F.
No, it's not F.
I can't think. You said number 7, right?
Number 7.
Let me get up because I can't see. I can't see. What you talking? Which one matching number
Number
F,
7.
right? Yeah. Oh, which one matching number 7?
Right.
Is when I is F, I see, right? Matching number 7. Oh, you already have F.
F is number 6.
Yes, I see. I see. Is G. I ain't seen the rest, so I ain't seen K. Thing. I ain't seen the rest of the. Oh, okay. Now I seen the. Wait a minute. You're going too fast.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I already have.
Now, n to the third minus 2n to the third. What is that equal to? We've got to combine these terms right here.
On
So
which
what
one?
would that be equal
What you
to?
talking about? Is D I see there? See, I can't see too good. So
Combine the n to the third minus n to the third. What do you get?
is C you talking about? C.
No, n to the third minus n to the third would just give you a minus n to the third, right? So this would be minus n to the third, because those n to the third are like terms. N to the third minus 2n to the second. Which one does that match?
Where you going? I ain't see. Number D.
Number 7.
D.
Number 7 is not D.
You're giving me the answer right there. A thing B C D. Miss Barbara, I can't see the thing.
Which one you can't see?
I can't see them. You I'm done. And you telling me you showing me number 7. I ain't see number 7. I ain't see only number C and D. I'm
Okay,
seeing.
here's 7.
I ain't seen the rest of the numbers.
7 is n to the third minus 2n to the second time n plus 1.
So which one that matches it? You say, right?
Yes.
The one that Miss Bob, you taking that thing out. Don't take it out. I'm thinking me. The one that matches is G matches it. But I ain't seen the rest of the alphabet.
No, but G has n to the fourth. We didn't have an n to the fourth.
But I ain't seen the rest. I seen only K, and I tell you K and thing. Miss Babs, you know what? Don't think. I don't know. Me, I ain't expressing myself. Go ahead.
Okay, so number 6 was F. Number 7. Let's see, number 7. I don't think I copied 7 correctly.
See?
I don't think so. Because 7, C had, well.
I tell you number C, you tell me no.
No, C has an n to the fourth. That's why I said I don't think I copied it correctly.
And I tell you D, you say no. I tell you D, you say no. And then I say G, I say no. So
no, it's not D. Okay, let's hold number 7 because that might be an error, and go to number 8. All right, because I think there may be an error on number 7. But let's go to number 8. 5 into the third. That's another substitution. So let me just copy that. And I'll come back to that one because I think I may have put it incorrectly in the table. So let me just put number 8. Okay. 6, 7. Let me go to number. Okay, this is number 8. Okay. Okay, this is another substitution. Now, I want you to see if you can do this one. Let me just make that bigger. Okay. Now, wherever you see an N, put a 2. Mercedes, are you there?
Yes, Miss Barbara. I'm
okay,
listening.
so number 8, put a 2 where you see an N and then solve it.
Should I put the power too?
Well, wherever you see the variable, you want to put the 2, but you still have to do the,
Okay.
you have to apply the powers, just like we did the other substitution.
Okay.
Wherever you see an N, put a 2. Right, so here we go. Let me just put it here. Okay, wherever you see an N, put a 2. So put a 2 there, 2. All right, put a 2 and tell me what you get. Marietta, you putting the 2 there? Anybody got an answer? Mercedes, we still have your noise. Static like noise. Okay. Marietta, what's 2 times 2 times 2? Marietta, are you there?
Hmm?
What's 2 times 2 times 2?
I have 8.
Okay, that's correct. So let's just put the 8 here. Okay. And take out the power because we multiplied it out. What's 2 times 2, Marietta?
2 times 2
Mm-hmm.
is 4.
Okay, so let's put the 4 there. Take out the 2. Okay, what's 5 times 8? Mercedes? Mercedes, 5 times 8.
That's 40 minutes.
Okay, 40. Okay, and 7 times 4. Mercedes?
That's 28, miss.
Okay, and what's the total? Mercedes, total? 40 plus 28,
68.
68. Does that match anything in the table? Let's go down here. Matches what?
B.
B. Matches B. There you go, 68. So number 8 is B. Another substitution. That was a substitution.
You know
Now,
what, miss?
9 is a division.
I'm sorry, miss, but you know what? I didn't understand how to set it up, miss.
Oh, the
Instead,
substitution?
I just write 58 with 3 to the third power plus 72 to the second power.
What did you write,
I,
Mercedes?
I didn't put the bracket between. I just put 58 to the third power plus 72 to the
What do you
second
mean
power.
58? This is a multiplication, Mercedes.
Yeah,
Can't throw away
but
these parentheses.
I,
5, this is saying
I'm
5 times 2 to the third power. That's the multiplication.
I forgot to actually bracket it, miss. That's why.
Yeah, but doesn't 5n means 5 times n to the third? 5n to the third means 5 multiplied by n to the third, right?
I'm going and rest my foot up. I'll be call me when you're ready, okay?
Yeah.
Call my name. I'll come and sit down.
Okay.
You have Miss Babs?
Yes, I hear you. Mercedes, 5n raised to the third means 5 multiplied by n raised to the third, right?
Understood, but I'm saying I didn't catch on that I should have bracket the 8 and have the 5 outside. Then I'll get out to do it.
Well, how else are you going to multiply it?
That little part really slipped me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you can't just put 58. 58 is not the same as 5 times 8. Right? Right, Mercedes?
That's right. That's right. That's
That's
correct.
right. 58 is not the same as 5 multiplied by 8. Okay, so that's why when you substitute, put them in parentheses. That keeps you from making the error. Put the value of the variable
And
2, raise it to the third power. Put it again right here, raise it to the second power. Then expand it. 2 times 2 times 2, that's 8. 2 times 2 is 4, and then multiply. Is that clear, Mercedes? You got it now?
yes, miss. But guess what? I didn't catch on when you say also when it all two. I didn't catch on. I'm sorry. I didn't catch
Yeah,
on.
okay. But just remember to keep from making errors, just put the value of the variable in parentheses for the multiplication. Okay?
Got
Then
it.
you'll know to apply the power to what's in the parentheses. Marietta, go to mute. Marietta, go to mute. Okay, so you put the value of the variable and then raise it to the power. That avoids making the error, because if you just put it there and then you'll end up with a number that doesn't really match the number you get when you multiply. You follow?
Yes, miss. I got it. I got
You
it.
got it now, right? So
Yeah.
it makes it a lot easier if you make that substitution very distinct, like put it in parentheses. And then if you have a power to apply to it, apply the power. Okay? Now let's go to number.
Yes, thank you.
Any questions? All right. Number 9 is what kind of an operation? Anybody?
A division.
That's it. Thank you, Maureen. What's the answer? Maureen, you didn't do that one. I was surprised. What happened?
Um, I do it by putting the wrong answer.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I was surprised you had the wrong answer. You said it's division, and you told me before you do subtraction when it's a division, right? So number 9. So Maureen, now you can tell me the answer.
Oh, and number 9 would be D.
Number
I said,
9.
yeah.
Number 9 is D. That's right, because 6 over 2 is 3. And subtract the 2 from the 3, and you get just N, right? So that's number 9. Let's put that here. All right. Make that bigger. That's number 9. Okay. So 6 over 2 is 3. And N to the third, 3 minus 2 is 1. So that would be equal to, what's the answer, Maureen?
Which one?
Number 9. It would be 3 what?
3N.
3N. That's right. 3N. And then when you look in your table, 3N is what? Let's look here.
D.
Okay. What is 3 when 3N is right there? D. There we go. D. So number 9 is D. Questions?
What do you do the variable, miss?
What was your question, Mercedes?
What do you do with the variables?
What do you do with the
I'm sorry. The powers.
what do you do with powers when you divide, Mercedes?
You subtract.
That's right. So it'd be 3 minus 2 would be 1. That's how you get N to the 1, or just N.
Just put N down. You don't have to put any one there.
Well, you don't have to put the 1. The 1 is the default. When you don't see a number, the power is 1. Okay? So 3n is same as 3n to the 1 power. See, this is the same. Let me just put this here. 3n, I'll put that there. Okay. And put the 1 power on there. Okay. Same thing. Okay. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. N to the 1 is same as just n.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay,
Yes, thank you.
let's go to number 10. 10 is a power to a power. So let's just take this. Maureen, did you do that one? Well, you did you did it, but I think you did it incorrectly, right?
No, it wasn't correct.
Yeah, I said that's what I said. You did it incorrect. Okay, so number 10. Now, Maureen, I want you to do number 10. A power to a power, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means everything in parentheses, you apply that power of 2 to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Maureen, let's start with the coefficient, the 4. What's 4 to the second power?
16.
16. There we go. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's n to the third raised to the second?
6.
That's right. You multiply the
Yeah.
powers. So you got n
And 6.
to the 6. All right.
Mhm.
And which one does that match?
Here.
All right. So look at your table. 16 n to the 6 matches k right there.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So let's go to our table.
Let me see.
And we at number 10, that would be K. There we go. All right, now we've got number 11 into the third. That looks like something we had before. Into the third, n. Oh no, that's n minus 1. Okay, here we go. Let's copy this. Okay, this is number 11. Okay. Okay, Mercedes, I want you to do this one. Mercedes, are you there?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. I just don't want to up the disturbance.
Okay, all right. So let's just copy that again, and I want you to multiply. Okay, what's 2 n to the second times n? I'll say these. Minus 2 n to the second times n. What would that give you?
That will give me minus 2 into the second time, the second power.
Oh,
Let me
n
repeat.
times
Minus
n. What would that give you?
times n. That will give me minus 2n to the third power.
Minus 2 n to the third power. That's right. So let's just put that here. Okay, so there you go, 3. Now, what would minus 2 n to the second times a minus 1? What would that give you?
That will give me 2n to the second power.
Minus 2 n to the second times minus 1 would give you what?
Minus n to the second power times minus 1. That's what you say?
Yes, minus 2 into the second times a minus 1. What would that give you?
That will give me um minus 2 to the second power
Minus times minus gives what?
plus
So why are you saying minus?
doubtful.
Be plus, right? It'll be a plus 2n to the second. So let's just put that here. And which answer does that match? Into this, okay, minus into the third, minus into, let's combine those like terms. So Mercedes, what's an into the third and a minus 2 into the third? What would that give you? Combine your into the thirds, what do you get? Mercedes?
I got minus n minus 2n to the 6th power.
No, 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 no. How are you getting 6?
Why did I miss now?
This is subtraction. So you subtract the coefficients. What's a plus 1 and a minus 2?
That will give me minus 1 to the n.
Yeah, minus. Yeah, this would be a minus. Okay. Minus. And it's 1, but you could just say into the third, right? And then
Yes.
plus into the second. And what does that match?
Where are you?
Okay, minus into the third. Number 11 matches which one?
Oh, that's no. I'm trying to see if I see.
Minus.
I don't know, see if I see it on my better. That would be minus what? What's the answer again?
Okay, it's minus into the third plus 2 into the second.
Minus into the third. I don't think I see it there, miss.
No, because there's an error. There's an error on, let's see. There's an error on C and G.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we weren't getting that answer before,
For
because
number
there's an error. There's no n to the fourth. None of these words should have been into the fourth. Okay, so this would be, okay, let's put the G. So the G would be,
11.
Okay, let's go back. You have minus into the third plus 2 into the second. Minus into the third. Okay, so this would be minus into the third plus 2 into the second. No into the fourth. That's why we were having a problem with that other one. Minus into the third plus 2 into the second. So G would be the answer for the last one, 11. So that would be 11 would be G. Okay, so 11.
Okay, let me write off number 11.
This
please.
is G. Okay.
And
And the
so
other one,
numbers. So
I
be
think we had C, but C, the C answer, let's go back up there. Okay. Oh, that was was number
7.
was it 7? Yeah, number 7. Number 7, we got into the third minus 2 into the second. Into the third minus 2 into the second. So into the third, okay, minus, okay, this is, let me, okay, into the third minus, let me take that out. Okay, minus 2 into the second. So that's the G, so 7 would be the G. So here we go, G.
So 7 is G.
Yeah,
And
7 is G.
how
And
about
then,
11?
well, 11 was, I'm sorry, 11 was G. 2 into the second. Wait just a minute. I had a G and a C. What was my C?
Yes.
Yeah,
I had put C for 7.
yeah,
And I
C. Well, C shouldn't be into the fourth. It should be this. Okay. So we have into the third. Let's see, what did I get for here? Okay. So 11 was minus into the third plus 2 into the second. So minus into the third
Oh,
minus into the third plus 2 into the second. So minus into the third plus 2 into the second. So that's a plus. Okay. Minus into the third plus 2 into the second was C, and that's what we should have for 7. So 7 would be C. That means 11 is G. Okay, and that would be our answers. It shouldn't have been an N to the fourth. Any questions?
no.
I'll send you the corrections on these. And of course, then you didn't do those, so that's okay. I'll take those 2 out. So instead of 11, there will be 9.
I had did it, but I did not send all for you.
Yeah, I know you did. Yeah, and Maureen did all of hers, but I don't know what happened to you, Maureen, on the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, one may have been the problem with the ones that were
I had
incorrect.
7. I had 7 as C, but you tell me that I get. I had
Yeah,
7
I
as C.
know. Your
Yeah, because you tell
7,
me 4, 8, and 11 was wrong. You tell
right,
me something.
right.
Yeah.
Well, 7 I said was wrong because it was wrong actually in my table. So you shouldn't be penalized for that. In fact, nobody will be penalized for those. Okay. So I made this up for you to review your rules of exponents. All right. Did it help you with the exponents? Or did it make it more confusing? How was the matching?
It helped, really helped.
Did it help?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking of giving you another one to do.
I don't mind.
Yeah, to practice the rules. I thought it was a good way of practicing the rules because
Yes,
you
please.
have to solve the
I like
problem and then see if you get the answer in the table, one of the answers,
yes,
right?
miss, I like that.
And I was trying to use mostly all of the rules, right? There are a few I didn't use, but I think I'll probably make up another one and use those other rules, okay? All right, now I want to look at, anybody want to tell me what scientific notation is? I want to look at scientific notation. Anybody want to tell me what it is? You know you've used it, right? In your own words, what is scientific
Like
notation,
writing
Mercedes?
the say for example 7 million, you write it in short.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
It's a short way of writing big numbers or little numbers. You put it in a simpler form where you putting base 10 with a power, right? And that means you have, now look, here's an example. Say this number in words. Mercedes, what is this number right here in words?
Let me see.
Right there.
Is that 450,000 million?
Say it in words.
450 million.
No.
Uh-oh.
Maureen, you can't see the screen. So Marietta, what is this number in words?
Oh, it's 45 million.
What is it?
Is it 45 million?
40, you said 45 million? No.
Yes. Okay.
What is it?
It's trillions, 45 trillion.
What is it, Marietta, in words? This number right here.
45 trillions.
I can't hear you. You're breaking up.
45 trillion.
Can't hear you,
Is it
Marietta.
45 trillion? You say 45 trillion.
Trillion.
Okay.
No, 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 no. Okay. 4,500,000. That's it in words. 4,500,000. Now, in scientific notation, you put a decimal point between two numbers, but that number has to be less than 10. And then the number of places you shift to the decimal point will be equal to the power. So your decimal point is behind this last zero. And if you move it between the 4 and the 5, you moved how many places? How many places did you move it?
2 places.
How many?
2.
No, it's behind the last zero.
Oh.
Okay.
That's where the decimal point is, behind that last zero.
Six
And
places.
so you move to 6. That's why your exponent is 6. And your exponent is positive when your number is less than, well, when your number is, well, your number has to be less than 10, but when the number is not a decimal type number, then this is a positive exponent. And also, when you move to the left, you have positive exponent. If you move to the right, you have negative. So if you moved it between the 4 and the 5, this becomes 4.5. There's your coefficient. There's your base 10. 6, the number of place you moved it. That's the exponent. Now, if it were a smaller number, and how would you say this number in words, Mercedes? How would you say that number right here? This little number.
That's 453.
What would you say?
453. No, 4,530.
No,
I don't remember my figures. I can't believe it.
you got to remember place value. That's tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. So it's 453 hundred thousandths, DTH, not thousands. Know the difference now between thousands and thousandths.
So right there is thousands.
Okay, thousandths and thousands. Know the difference. Okay, I'm just putting this here and there for you. Okay, so if you had Okay, let me see. If you had 3, 0, 0, 0, or you had 0.003. Okay, so the first number is what, Mercedes? What is that first number?
The first,
This one. How would you say that in words?
3,000.
3,000. How would you say this one in words?
3,000s.
3,000. Right, that's right. Tens, hundred, thousand. So know the difference. When you're dealing with the decimals, you have the TH. So you have hundred, hundredths, thousandths, thousandths, 10,000, 10,000. Okay, so we want to look at some.
So, Miss, I was mixing it up, Miss, because
Yeah,
I see the zeros on the left and the three on the right. I thought the three was far less. I am mixing up them.
yeah.
I have
This
to
is
read
this
them.
is the large number, 3,000. This is the small number, a fraction of a number 3. If you wrote this as a fraction, that would be 3 over 1,000, which is a lot different from 3 1,000ths, right? Big difference. Okay. Okay, so let's look at these rules here. The base should always be 10. All right. So let's go back up here. Here's your base. Always 10, right? What else must we know? It must be a non-zero integer. In other words, it's not zero. And it can be either positive or negative, the exponent. So look up here. There's your exponent. It can't be a zero, because if it's zero, the number would be 1, right? And it can be positive or negative, right? Those are your rules. Okay. The absolute value of the coefficient is greater than or equal to 1, but it should be less than 10. So let's go up here to the coefficients. That coefficient right there, greater than 1, less than 10. So you won't have 11.4 times something. I mean, you could, but we will not use a number greater than. All right, it's got to be less than 10. All right, so when you shift your decimal points, make sure the number you get is less than 10. Okay,
Let's go back there, Miss.
okay, let's go back up here.
Yeah, right
Coefficient,
there.
that's the
No, no.
coefficient right there.
Yeah.
So you're not going to say 45 times 10 to something, because 45 is greater than 10. It has to be less than 10. So you shift that decimal point, it's after that last zero. So it's between the 4 and the 5. So it's 4.5. Same here. You wouldn't shift between the 5 and the 3. You shift between the 4 and 5, because that 4.53 is less than 10. That's one of the rules we'll use, okay? Now say these, is that clear?
Yes,
I
try to
went
get that.
back, all right? All right, now, and the coefficient can be positive or negative, including whole and decimal numbers. In other words, the coefficient can be a positive or negative number. All right. Now, so if the number is multiples of 10, the decimal point moves to the left, the power of 10 will be positive, like 6,000 becomes 6 times 10 to the third. Because the decimal point is behind that last zero, you move it between the 6 and the first zero, it becomes 6.0 or just 6. And how many places you move? Just count the digits. 1, 2, 3. You moved it 3 places. If it's less than 1, then you move to the right and you have a negative, like here, 0.006. Move the decimal point from this point to the last, to after the 6. That becomes 6 times 10 to the minus third. And since you moved it to the right, your exponent is negative. Now, let's just look at some examples. Here's a very big number. And let's see, that's like 490 million. So your decimal points behind that last zero, you move it between the 4 and the 9. So that becomes 4.9. And you just count the digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And your exponent is 8. It's another big number.
My problem was, Miss, I'm counting on the zero.
Question?
My problem was I was just counting all the zeros.
No, you want to get between the 4 and the 9, right?
Okay.
So that's why you got to count the 9, because the decimal point comes after the 4. Just like this one, you want to get between the 1 and the 2. So how many places you move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So your power is 9. Got it?
Yep.
This one, you want to get between the 5 and the 0 here. So you moved it how many places? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then if it's a decimal, you're moving to the right, and you between the 9 and the 7. That's where you put your decimal point. So just count how many zeros you have. 3, 6, 7, and then the 9, that makes 8. So that's 10 to the minus 8.
Miss, if
Yes.
the number bigger on the right side?
What's the question?
Is the number bigger on the right side? You tell me a bigger, like thousand or millions. Is it bigger on the right side, that number?
What do you mean the right side?
9.7 times 10 to the negative.
This is a
Negative.
small number. That's not a big number. That number is very small.
I figured that, but I just want to make sure I'm right.
Yeah, this is very, whenever you have a negative exponents, you're talking small numbers.
The number, okay.
Positive exponents are your bigger numbers. Okay. Here again, small number, move it between the 2 and the 1. And how many places you moved it? 4 zeros and a 2. That's a 5, negative 5, because you moved it to the right. Okay. Now, I want to, okay. Oh, just here's another one. Small number. You want to move between the 4 and the 6. How many places you move it? 6 zeros and the 4, 7. So that would be 4.6 times 10 to the minus 7. Okay. And there's your answer. Here's a bigger number. You want to move between the 3 and the 0 right here. So how many places you moved it? 6 zeros, the 1 and the 0, that's 8. So it'd be 3.01 times 10 to the 8. Okay. Now I want to, okay, I want you to practice on these. Write these in scientific notation, and then I'll ask you, what did you get? 2810000.
No, miss.
Question?
Should we do it now?
Yes, yes, I want you to do that right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Because your next homework will be on, well, no, I'll give you some scientific notation and probably just give you another table. Okay. So try these. Now notice you'll have negative powers on the decimal numbers. These will have negative and these will have positive. And your coefficient has to be less than 10, right? So Anybody want to tell me number one, the answer?
Number one is 2.
Who's telling me the answer?
Go ahead, Mary.
Marietta, you telling me the answer?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the answer?
2.81.
2.1?
81.
Mercedes, go to mute. It's disturbance. I can't hear. Okay, Marietta, what's the answer?
2.81.
Very good. 2.81 times the base 10. And what's the power?
6.
What's the power?
7. 7.
3, 6, 7. That's right, because you moved it. You've got 5 zeros, and then you've got 1 in the 8. So that would be 7. Very good. Very good. All right, Marietta, you got it. Now, in that case, Marietta could do number 2 then. What's number 2, Marietta?
7.89.
7.89 times the base 10. What's the power? How many places you moved it? Count your zeros, and you between the 7 and the 8. So how many places is that, Marietta? I don't hear you.
9.
How many?
9.
You moved 10 places?
Let me see. 1, 2,
How many zeros are there?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
7 zeros.
Yeah, 7 0.
And then the 8 and the 9, that makes how many, Marietta?
9.
How are you getting 10?
I
Marietta, I don't hear you.
It's 9.
What's the, you said 10?
No, 9.
9, okay. That,
9. I'm telling you 9 all the time. You
I'm
say
sorry,
10,
I thought you were saying 10.
No, the reason why
Okay.
you're not hearing me, I lay down on my
I know you breaking up and I don't hear you too clearly. Okay, so that's 9 because you have what? 7 zeros and then the 8 and the 9, that makes 9. All right. Now, Mercedes, number 3.
I'm not sure I can do number 3.
What did you get for number 3, Mercedes?
I did number 3, yet I got the other 2 right.
Okay.
I'm down only doing number 3.
Tell me number 3.
Number 3 is 5.
No, Mariette. I want to hear from Mercedes.
I'm not sure I can do number 3, miss.
Okay, Marietta, what is number 3?
5 42.
5 what?
5.42.
5.42. 5.42 times 10 to the what power? What's the power, Marietta?
7. 7.
No.
Let me see. Let me see. Is
If you moving this decimal point to the right, the power will be a negative. It will be a negative power. So what would be the power?
-6.
-6. Very good. Okay.
I didn't know I forget the 0.
Don't forget your powers now. When you have a decimal number like here, your power, you're moving it to the right. 3, 4, 5, 6. -6. Mercedes,
Okay,
can you do?
I give you the answer for number 3, the next one now?
Okay. All right, Mercedes. What's the answer for number 4?
7.6 times 10 to the -5.
7.6 times the base 10, and what's the, how many places you moved it?
5 place.
Plus or minus?
Minus.
Minus 5. Very good. All right. Now, I want you to do one other thing. Now, I will give you, okay, I'm giving you the scientific notation. I want you to tell me what is the number in the standard form. 3.5 times 10 to the 5th. Who would like to try that one?
Which one? Where are you at?
I'm at problem 2.
Problem 2?
Yes. In other words, okay, let me do this. Okay. Suppose I had, let me just take one here. Suppose you had 2.5 times 10 to the, let me just put a power here, to the 3rd power. All right. Now, what would that number be in its standard form? What would that number be? What would it be? Anybody? 10 to the 3rd is what? What is 10 to the 3rd? 10 times 10 times 10 is what?
1,000.
1,000. That's right. So, Maureen, 2.5 times 10 to the 3rd would be what in standard form?
Like I can't remember this, but I used to do this already, but I can't remember.
It would be 2.5 times 1,000, which would just be 2,500. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, be 2,500 because the decimal point is here, and if you move it here, that's 3 places. So it's 2.5 times 10 to the 3rd. So what would number 1 be here? Anybody want to tell me? Standard form, 3.5 times 10 to the 5th. What would I write?
So you have to write, let me see. So you have to write 3,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5 zeros.
Tell me what to write, Marietta. What would I write?
3. You have to put multiplication. I didn't put the thing. I just put 3,000, 5,000.
No. What goes behind the 3?
Oh, multiplication.
No. Digit.
Huh?
No, you've got to put the 5.
Oh, point 5.
No point.
45.
No point.
45.
Now remember,
35. Sorry, it's 35.
Okay. And how many zeros?
5 zeros. 5 zeros.
Okay, you said 5 zeros.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you took that number and converted to scientific notation, what would you get? You'd get 3.5 times 10 to the 6th.
Yeah.
So that, which means you've got too many zeros, right?
Oh, you have to take out 1
so
zero.
So it's 3.5, and since that's 10 to the 5th, you'd put 4 zeros.
Yeah.
So that's 350,000.
You have to take out, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So number 1 translates to 350,000. What about number 2, Mercedes? What would that be? 2.89 times 10 to the minus 6. Now you know that's a decimal number, right? So let's just put our 289. How many zeros?
You have 6 zeros. What were we doing?
Number 2.
6 0.
How many?
6.
want 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if you shift between the 2 and the 8, how many places do you move?
If I shift between the 2 and the 8,
Yeah, if you move the decimal point between the 2 and the 8, how many places do you move it?
8 places.
8.
8 places.
So you know that's not right, right? Because you got a -6 here.
Oh, okay.
So what would be the answer?
I'd have to put 2 more 0.
No.
Okay. Then if you move 3, 4, 5, 6, you'll have 2.89 times 10 to the -6. Well, actually, no, it's not right, because this is the zeros would have to go in front of here.
Oh, that's what I was looking at. That says
Okay.
0.
Not behind it. The zeros would have to go in the front. Remember, this is a decimal. So if you move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then that would be 2.89 times 10 to the 6. But you write your 289, right? And then you have this to the -6, but you have the 2 here, so that would be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, actually 0. Okay, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if it's a -6, you already have the 2 here, so you need 5 zeros. That's how you can determine, right? You need 5 zeros because this is 10 to the -6, but you already have the 2 there, so that would be 5. What about number 3, Marietta? What would number 3 be?
Number 3.
The standard form. 9.8 times 10 to the -2.
So you have to put a 0.0 0 0. Go ahead.
How many zeros?
6 zeros.
Why 6? This is 10 to the -2.
Oh, you put 7 0.
No,
Where?
it's 10 to the -2.
Sorry.
10 to
Sorry.
the -2.
Okay. Let me see.
So what would this be?
0 90 0.
So you want 2 more zeros?
Yeah.
And then 98?
Yep.
But if you move the decimal point
No.
from
There it needs more 0.
But
It needs
no,
more
why would you
0.
need more? Because this is 10 to the -2.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes.
So this be 9.8 times 10 to the -3.
Yeah.
So what would be the answer?
Um.
You would only need 0.
Yep.
Because when you move the decimal point
Yeah.
between the 9 and 8, that's 2 places, right?
Yes. You do
Okay.
2 places.
So you would need just 1 0 because it's 10 to the -2 because you've already got the 9 here.
Yes.
So it's always 1 less. Okay. Mercedes, last one. Number 4. What's the answer? 4.32 times 10 to the 4th. What would be the answer?
0.
4, 3, 2. How many zeros?
4 0. We have a negative 0. No.
How many zeros?
0.
4 zeros?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. But if I put the decimal point between the 4 and the 3, how many places I moved it? I moved it 6. Too many. Right?
Just take off 2 0.
Okay. So if I I put it here, I move it, then it's 10 to the fourth. Because just remember now, you had 3 2 already. So you only need 2 more zeros to make 4. Make it 10 to the fourth, right? That's how you can figure it out. So 43,200 is 4.32 times 10 to the fourth. Okay, so I'll give you some of these to practice with, going both ways, standard form from scientific notation to standard form, or standard form to scientific notation. Any questions over anything we've gone over?
So Miss 4, number 4 is 43,200.
Number 4 is 43,200. You put a comma
Okay.
here.
Okay.
All right, 43,200.
Is there noise in the background still?
Yes,
Yeah.
get worse.
I'm sorry.
Go to mute.
No, sorry, correct. I will take it in tomorrow because I